Welcome back everyone. Garland here bringing you another Neverwinter video. Today's video discussion we are going to be talking about the Summer Festival, specifically 2019. Now we're a few days already into the event, however if you're watching this video in the future, just keep note that most of this probably will go along the lines, unless of course they do change something else. Now I've put out Summer Festival videos before. I don't believe I've never done a full tutorial on the event itself. However, the overall event is fairly easy. If you bring a fresh level tune here, you can simply follow the tutorial quest and you will be able to partake. So the main reason of this video is here we are in 2019 and this is the first Summer Festival that we have that now has the profession overhaul. So using the professions in the past was a major part to make your Saha balls. However, now with the profession overhaul, there are some minor updates, and I'd like to go over those today. So if we go ahead and look at your professions, you guys should be familiar with the new professional overhaul. Now this is a fresh character. I've never done anything with the profession side of things. However, in the video today, I'm going to show you two other professions. One that was grandfathered in and one that is completed. Now, first on the list, as I said, this character in particular that I'm showing you on screen has done nothing previous in Summer Festival other than the daily quests. You'll see that my summer provisioning is level 1, and you'll be able to do a few of these crafts. Now, if you're not familiar with Summer Festival, there are two ways to accumulate Saha balls after you've done the tutorial. One of those ways is to simply queue into the Saha ball game, either play the game or AFK it, and it takes about 10 minutes. Now what happens when you do that is that you're going to be rewarded a 100% voucher, and you're going to use that voucher to buy it off the Zen market for free. Now the other method is that you run around and collect the flax flowers. Once you accumulate 10 flax flowers, you turn those in and you are then rewarded with linseed oil and flax fiber. Now you can see that I have a bunch of these. These are actually from last year's event. I just never made the Saha balls. So again, if you look at your professions, you can see the Saha ticket ball is right down here. You need 3 sailcloth and then flax fiber as well as linseed oil. To make the sailcloth, you need the flax fiber and the linseed oil. Now when you do the daily quest, the NPC of course is going to give you enough materials to make 1 Saha ball. Alright guys, and one of the major questions that everyone's been asking, or I'm sure most people have figured it out, but how exactly do you get the Artisan to even do any of this? Previously, you would get the Artisan right when you finish the tutorial. However, now with the professional overhaul, you can clearly see that my Summer Artisan is here, but how exactly are you able to get this Artisan? Alright guys, and here we are on another one of my characters. Now you're going to notice that my summer provisioning is actually level 5. It has a maximum level of 10. Now I was grandfathered into this because on this specific character, I had leveled up my provisioning in previous years. So having level 5 now unlocks more things. But you will notice, however, that I still don't have that Artisan that you need. You can clearly see I don't have the Artisan, and as I previously stated, one of the major questions is well, how do I get this Artisan if it isn't given to me in the tutorial, or if I've already done the tutorial? Well, it's very easy. You just have to navigate to your workshop for the very first time. So during the Summer Festival, if you haven't been in your workshop for a while, simply go ahead and load your workshop. It will pop up directly on the screen. So now you have the Summer Artisan. Go ahead and accept that. Some things that I do want to mention about the Summer Artisan is that you can level it up right to 10 is the max level. You do have a new tab here as well. Now, you can clearly see at the bottom of your screen, it says this event Artisan is temporary and will leave your service when the seasonal event concludes. So previous Summerfests, we had our Summer Artisan all the time. If I'm remembering correctly, I believe you could actually have multiple Summer Artisans. I could be incorrect with that. I simply don't remember. However, we were able to keep our Artisan up until the professional overhaul. Now it seems like in the future, unfortunately, this is going to leave your Artisans as a whole, and you're going to have to get one every single year, and that means you're going to have to level it up every single year. Now, next on the list, like I said, I was grandfathered in to this system on this particular character. So, what I mean by having to level up your Artisan. So, yes, I was grandfathered in. My provisioning is level 5, right? So, if you go down to the Saha Ticket Ball or the Cellcloth, you're going to notice the proficiency. It is not 100%. This is a problem, of course. In previous years, it was 100%. You were guaranteed to make your Saha Ticket Ball, as it was basically your free daily reward from logging in and doing the daily quest. However, that is not the case, and everyone needs to take note of that. It is only a 69% success rate. Now, that means that you can theoretically fail this and you will lose your daily Saha Ball, and that is a very big problem. So the next question on the list is, how exactly do I get this 69% proficiency up to 100%? And the simple answer, of course, obviously, is that you have to level your Summer Artisan. And now the downfall of this is what I previously mentioned. The Summer Artisan is not permanent. We are now going to have to do this every single year for the Summer Festival. So very quickly, I'll show you guys how to do this and what are some of the quickest methods to do this. Alright guys, and before I show you the leveling up process for that Artisan, I did want to show you what the maxed out summer provisioning looks like. Now obviously it is level 10, that's the maximum, and then you will have available all the recipes for Summer Festival all the way down to the Sun Knight headwear and the Sun Knight pants. You can clearly see even my Artisan is level 10, which it maxes out, and a rank 10 is not needed. However, the rank 10 is 90 proficiency. So if we go back and look at the Saha Ticket Ball, and I just smack my Artisan right in there, you can clearly see that I'm well over the cap for the proficiency. It becomes a 100% non-fail chance, so that way you are not wasting any of your daily resources. So let's go ahead. I will show you guys the leveling up process, and then we will conclude the video. Alright guys, and this should be pretty self-explanatory, however I need to include it to make the video complete. Now, obviously we need to level up our Artisan as well as our summer provisioning. Now, if you are at the base level 1 or you got grandfathered in, it's going to be two different methods. So for instance, my level 1 right here is only going to have access to certain recipes, mainly the caprese, the squash soup, and the watermelon sorbet. Now, you can do the small party popper, however, you're just going to waste the resources. All of these materials drop right from doing the summer events. Now, this is not a complete tutorial. If you're a brand new player to Summer Festival, either look at one of my previous guides, which I will link in the description, or search the net. There's plenty of guides on YouTube to show you all of the events in Summer Festival. Now, within Summer Festival, like I said, this is not a complete tutorial. However, there are 3 events, and the water balloon fight as well as killing the trolls is literally down here. And then we have the Grand Feast that spawns up here. So there's 3 events that you can accumulate materials from. Now, on the right side of this map here, which this character clearly has never even been to as it is all grayed out, there are fire blossom petals that will spawn over here, and you can simply collect these and then turn them into the vendor. So for video's sake, let's go ahead and just move over here. Right here is the vendor, the festival florist. Go to the store and you can see tomato, watermelon, and squash, each costing 1 fire blossom flower, and these should be farmable non-stop. Now, you can just play the AH game if you really want to just buy the materials you need. That is completely up to you. I believe depending on, what platform you're playing on, you will have to compare the prices. However, the squash is most likely going to be the cheapest out of the 3. Now, you can simply buy X amount of squash, go ahead and level up your profession. That's completely up to you. Now, if you want to farm this manually, like I said, in this whole area right here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, you should be able to endlessly farm these non-stop. So here is a flower right here. You'll simply go ahead and interact, and you can clearly see there's 4 flowers right off the bat. This character has no DPS. Those little trash mobs will literally kill me. So we're going to run away from this. So you go back to the vendor, and like I said, you should be able to collect these infinitely. So those people that are after the watermelon sorbet, you can simply farm these indefinitely as long as the summer festival is active. You don't have to have any quests. You can just simply come to this map and literally farm these as much as your heart desires. Now, like I said, if you want to manually do that, or if you want to buy the resources that you need off the auction house, that is completely up to you. Now we're going to swap over to my grandfather character so I can show you guys one other easy method. Alright guys, and we are back on my character that had previously done Summer Festival. Now, of course, if you are taking a fresh level character through Summer Festival, you're not going to be grandfathered in. Or if you're a new player to the game, then you will start at level 1, just like the character that I showed previous to this one. However, this is my cleric. He did get grandfathered. He is level 5 because I did Summer Professional for several years before. So if you are level 5, you can actually navigate all the way down here to the Fire Blossom Petal. Now this is by far the easiest way to level up that Artisan. So even if you're on a fresh character and you do X amount of either the caprice, the soup, or the sorbet, whatever you choose, once you have your summer provisioning to the point where you unlock the Fire Blossom Petals, I would just finish off with the petals. Now there are 2 ways to do this, of course. You can clearly see on the screen that my Summer Artisan is rank 1. Now, simply put, the ratio is a 61%, so you can fail this. Now, you do have the daily morale, so you can simply spam through all of your daily morale. However, you can just order these as many as you want, depending on what level your workshop is and what capacity you can hold these at. So for instance, for right now, we will spam the 400 morale. So we will just go ahead and spam through this and see what our end result is. I don't even think that we're going to have to use all of our morale. Now you can see here that I did fail. And it happens. That's the risk that you take. That's why you need to level up your Artisan before you go ahead and try to make those Saha balls. Otherwise, you have a chance to lose your daily Saha ball. It shouldn't honestly take very many of these to hit the point of where you need to be. So go ahead and use your daily morale. We'll go ahead and use all of mine just to see where we are. I think you need level 6 on your Artisan to be 100%. So there we are. We just ran out of morale. Actually, we are level 7 and we have 95% on this specific task. Let's go ahead and look at this. So yes, I believe you need level 6. Yeah, these are both 100% now. So we got our Artisan to rank 7. I think you only need to get it to rank 6. And then you will have that 100% proficiency, which means it will not fail. Now, like I said, if you use your morale for something else, or for whatever reason you don't want to use your morale, like I said, you can order these. Each task does take an hour. So if you have multiple characters that you're running through Summer Festival, My recommendation is if you do have the Fire Blossom Petal task or recipe unlocked, just go ahead and order them. Order like 10 of them. That's obviously 10 hours. Go to sleep, wake up, you should be done. Easy as pie. So that is going to conclude the video. Hopefully I covered everything. Like I said, this is not a full tutorial on Summer Festival, but rather an update, since this is the first event that we now have that is including the professional overhaul. If you guys have any questions, as always, be sure to leave me a comment below, and I will see you guys in the next video.